See, we haven't done this in so long. It's stuff that I forgot to do. I don't. Oh, she got him.
I was wondering when you was gonna look up.
She said she was gonna get him. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, yeah, it's on the right.
Oh my goodness! Happy New Year!
Yes, Happy New Year. And we haven't done this in a month, so I feel like I've forgotten everything. I don't know if you noticed the pause, but I said, okay, I'm going to start.
Yeah.
And then I hit go live, and I pause for 5 seconds, and nothing happened. And now, for some reason...
Are you on Facebook?
No. I'm trying to look at the Facebook feed. I don't see it.
Because that seems to always be our problem lately.
No, but I usually see it, and then I just have to make it public. But I don't even see it now, which is okay. There we go. I see it on there, so why don't I see it?
Yeah, we you know what? 2023. This technical difficulty is just. It's because this is our first show of
and that's exactly what I'm blaming it on too. That's
what it is.
I'm blaming it on. So yes, she got him.
I told you I was.
Yes, you did. So Happy New Year from Access Granted. Lord have mercy. We have not been here since the first week in December.
Yep.
It feels like it's been longer than that. Honestly, feels
we needed the break.
Yes, definitely needed the break. And I'm very happy for the break. And I got somebody that's probably Poetless. Oh no, that's not even Poetless. That's my brother. We got people chiming in already. That's my bro. What's up, Eric? Uncle Tony's right there on TV. That's my nephew saying Uncle Tony's on TV. And I'm not sure who tonight's topic is. I think I know who that is, but I'm not sure. So I'm not gonna say. I think I know. I don't know. Reveal yourself. But in the meantime, what's up, everybody?
He said, reveal yourself.
I think that's Stacy that co-hosts with me when you're not on. But she has 9 different. Oh no! See, I was getting ready to say, and then here she go. Shout out to my sister, my business partner, Tipsy. I don't know what the heck tonight's topic is, so yeah, that definitely snuck up on me. But what's up, sis? Speaking of which, we sold out again. We sold out again. We sold out again. And I had to really give her a shout out on Facebook the other day because she's really making my dream come true, literally. I went to her with this idea because it was my live show. Okay, got you, sis. I went to her with this idea because I liked what she was doing with her business, and I love her as a mixologist. And she jumped right on it, and it's been major. And I think we're only scratching the surface of what we're going to do. She's in a little hiatus right now because she needs to rest up, understandably. Good. But next week, hopefully, we'll be back with a brand new stock, a brand new batch. So come on and get your. I love them rockers. What do they say?
Nothing. They just got polka dots on it, y'all.
Got you. So, what's been going on with you, sis? It's literally been a month. Merry Christmas.
No, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everyone. I am
all of that stuff.
Yes. Your girl had a good vacation for the month. Enjoyed my husband. Enjoyed watching Chris. I don't know anybody else that's on this line, but watching Christmas movies is my thing. Like every night I had my list, y'all. I binged watched. It was just nice, nice, nice. So I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone. It's nice to be back.
The only Christmas movie I'll give you is Miracle on 34th Street. Is that the one where the young boy's tongue gets stuck to the pole?
No, that's A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story. Okay, that's
they got the second one out. That's older. The father passes away and he's older.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. So they have a second one.
I may have to check that out next year.
You have to check it out
next year.
You definitely do, but no, you name a Christmas, I'll watch them.
Thankfully, my wife didn't go crazy with the Christmas stuff on the Hallmark Channel this year. She usually, like, literally right around Thanksgiving starts watching that stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's time to leave out of the room.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, she says she loves Mariah. I can't wait to say that. I want to enjoy my. Yes. Tipsy Fiend will be engaged in 2023. That is the
yay!
In the name of Jesus. I think she feels like she has a very good man on her side right now. Man, you better step up. you better step up.
Very good. No, I'm praying for it. You know, yeah. I'm praying for her. Yeah.
She all right. I mean,
if she's a good woman, you know what? You attract good things. Mm-hmm.
And vice versa.
And vice versa, but we weren't talking about a man. We was talking about a woman. So
you right. Just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure.
You know, you do. You attract who you are and what you need.
Absolutely.
And I believe that. So congrats.
So before we bring my sis up, who is sitting in the background watching.
Oh, good.
Like what's been going on with all of your
same old, y'all. We was all on vacation.
Really? Okay. See, I wasn't
was on vacation.
Okay. So she said, when I shut down, I shut
down. I do, and I do it in August. I think as creators, we need that time to regroup and kind of get back to some of your basics, to debrief and and regain momentum. And I think those are important. So I love doing it in December because I'm all about everything Christmas.
Right.
And and then August, because my husband takes several weeks in August. So I just have, August is my place. Like,
right.
I like shutting down. So some putting in his drink order right now. Look at you. See, look at you. You making money.
Sipping on some green light as we speak.
So hopefully he don't slur his words.
Nah, I'm not going.
Regrouping is necessary. Yes, it is. And I'm not afraid to say it.
You know what? Every time, and I haven't done it often, but every time I have just taken a few weeks off from whatever show, whether it was this one or Baltimore Flavor Radio or any of the other shows I've done, I've always come back with the feeling of newness. Like tonight feels like a debut. Like,
yeah.
I don't believe in calling it season premieres because I really haven't done seasons as far as the podcast or the radio is concerned, but it's definitely like a rejuvenation. Like it felt good to just lay in my bed on Mondays for.
Yes. I understand. But that's your way of, like I said, rejuvenating. It's just so necessary. It's so necessary. And if you don't do it, you will burn out so quickly.
Absolutely. And I felt like I was. Shout out to my man Exoskeleton up in the building. When we got celebrities like Exo and Tipsy Fiend, that means we have a really special person.
We're on the mat.
That means we have a really special person in the building tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my sister with the fresh cut with the fresh cut.
Turn it. Ow, wipe it, turn it.
My I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all.
That's right. Ow.
I wish I had some music going on right now. Poetless Shakespeare. What's up, sis?
You know, only the weak will ever tell my story, and only the strong will ever survive my story. So I am here.
Absolutely. I know that's right.
And looking simply marvelous with the fresh cut.
Me?
Is this my first time ever seeing you in glasses?
Did you look around?
It's only a 2-day. So you think I need to get a fresh shot? It's still, it's been 2 days. I'm gonna tell you this now, hands down. I love going to the barber. I would go to the barbershop before I would go to any hair salon. Let me tell you why. When you get in there, the barbershop that I go to, I got my jazz music and everything playing so I can write. Then I got the idiots talking about basketball that they don't know really nothing about. Then I can say my little piece, get the fresh cut, and it's all up. I love going to the barbershop now. I will go to the barbershop. Where have I been all my life? Why didn't you tell me, bro? Like, why you say, "Stitch, you gotta get that barbershop life up in your life"? I would have did it.
Right.
There's no way you can ever get me to grow my hair back to go back to a hair salon.
I understand.
Barbershops are truly an institution in the Black community.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yes.
If you find the right one, you don't have 30 people in there cussing and fussing, and respecting the fact that there's kids there and mothers of the kids. If you can find that right one. Now me personally, I haven't been to a barbershop in about 20 years because I have a buddy of mine that cuts, and either he comes here or I'll pop up at his house.
Right.
That's our quote unquote barbershop talk. But when I was going, it was the greatest. And I used to go right out there in Essex, actually.
Oh, did you?
I used to go to New Wave on Back River Neck Road.
Did you?
My boy
I heard about that barbershop.
Yeah, I think it still exists right across in a little spot right across from what's the shopping center?
I know the shopping center you're talking about. I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's called New Wave, Nueve, I believe is how they pronounce it. Yep, I went there for a few years. Then they started charging like $40 for a barber cut. I was like, look, I'm a straight employee, bro. I can't.
Oh Lord! How much hair y'all had for $40?
I mean, but it was.
Or was it an experience?
The whole, it was for the whole, yes, the experiment, but
it was experience. Okay.
Can I say one thing?
I could take a bottle of E&J to my boy and get that same experience.
Exactly. So. I just want to let all of my sisters know that Black men do not cheat. I have sat in the barbershop long enough. They do not cheat. So the next time I see a female putting down my strong African-American Black king, since we're going to fight. Because the only thing they talk about is how they love their wives, their kids. They don't cheat, sis. Get that foolishness up out of here. Get it out of here. Sis,
I heard that.
I repeat that. Now you come see me about it. If anybody got any problems, Black men do not cheat. Right. I have to say, I will take up for my African-American kings. I am pro-Black, so I have to stick with my kings. Black men don't cheat. That's it. Poetless said it. Quote me on it.
Show's over. We'll see y'all next week. Show's over. All right.
Now, I said men. Now, ladies, don't get it. I don't know what you have in your household. I said men. Don't get it confused.
Right.
I said men. Whatever you have going on, don't misquote what I said. Men.
Right.
Okay? Men.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So whatever you have going on, don't say, no, honey. I didn't say dudes, little boys. I said men.
Like, oh, Lord. Still taking off the air. The Black women don't want to watch it no more.
That was a disclaimer.
That was a disclaimer. The views expressed by Poetless Shakespeare, those of author Poetless Shakespeare, not
that's all.
Nah, that's all.
Keeping it real. She always
that's
said
all I can do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ancestors.
Let's get into the nitty gritty because you kept your word, I do believe. And you said that when you was ready to drop this thing off on the world,
it's coming in hot.
that
It's
access
coming
granted
in.
be the first stop
Nice.
on your tour.
Yes,
And
yes.
you and I have talked, a lot in the past couple of months or so, and so
hmm
I think we're gonna be doing some things in 2023. Almost.
Let's do it.
I don't know why
Let's do
23
it.
almost slipped out right there, but we're gonna be doing some things in 2023 as my Facebook is freezing up. Um, but I'm excited about this project because this is like the next chapter, quote unquote,
Yep.
in the series, and I'm interested to see how far the series is gonna go. But for those that aren't familiar with the first book, you're gonna have to go back and talk about the first book a little bit.
Right,
No problem.
you gotta have to raise it up because we gotta see the title and all the things.
The title is Don't Never Assume. And I want you to talk about that title because a lot of people try to get on you about your double negative right there.
I know it's a double negative.
That DNA.
Since I have been, I'm gonna say this. I know it's a double negative. As long as I have been able to hold a pen, I know the rules. And the rules in writing are if you know the rules, you can break the rules. So I broke the
There you
rules.
go.
I have all A pluses in my English, all that to back me up. So yeah, I'm good. But it's a marketing treasure. That's why I did the DNA because I knew that was going to make people stop and look at it. I had to think of by me being a new author. I mean, everybody know me on the poetry thing. They know I kill it. But with the book, it's like, okay, I have to address it in a different approach.
Yeah.
So with that, you got to know where your market is.
Yes.
So when I look at myself, I already knew this was going to be a major either deduction or it's going to either help me. And to be honest, it works. Everybody loved it. It may have been a couple of people here and there, but I don't care. But they loved it because everybody do the 3D images. I don't see my book is plain. I don't have the 3D images or anything. I'm plain Jane because I want to stick out. So with that, with the title, you're not going to forget it. Like DNA. Can't, just a little outside trick.
By the way, my favorite battle rapper. My favorite battle rapper is DNA. By the way, so play on the.
So DNA is your first book.
Well, it's the first book that's been published, but it's not my first book. I have a book before this, but I put DNA out. So yeah, technically that is my first book to be published, but not the first one that I wrote.
Got you.
I gotta stop you for 1 second.
What's up?
Are y'all noticing how fresh the fade is on the side every time she happens to turn her head?
I told her she did turn. I already told her. I told her to the side, and she did. She did just like that, and she right the front. You done stopped the flow, and she already put it on purpose. All the intent was there.
Shout out to Cut Master DJ Barber. A lot. All right, back to Hey, EXO, I had to point it out, bro.
Shout out to my Barbara Mike. She always keep me fresh.
I think she keeps turning just a little bit to the side. I think she's doing it intentionally. He said, "Out the chair, fresh." All right, back to. I just had to point that out. I had to point that out. What were you saying about the first book? I'm sorry, I had to point that out. I
just wanted her to just kind of go through just a little tidbit of what the book is about, because of course the curiosity is there, and I know you can't give a whole bunch of juiciness, but if you could just give a little something.
So with the first book, DNA, Don't Never Assume, I put myself in that place. Whenever I'm writing, I always have to use myself as an example because I can't write for nobody else. I'm letting you know everything that's in this book. I either gone through it or I had my own little spin on it. But best believe if I write something, it's because I've been through it myself, so I can talk about it. So it's pretty much putting myself in your friends, like your circle. Who do you have to have your back when you need it the most? Like everybody can say, "Oh, that's my best friend." You know, that's this, that's this, that's this. But yet, when you can't even ride your own car, who's gonna pick up them keys and say, "I got you"? Go on the passenger seat. Who's gonna ride for you? And there's a lot of times people don't be driving for people. They ride with you. Don't use your gas up. So Lacey, oh, we're gonna have church today. Come on, might as well have your offer because we're gonna have some church up in here today. That's the go. We're gonna have some church. And XO was doing that, so I know he already got my deacon. He already got the door. Thank you, deacon. We'll talk after this. My deacon got me. And my other half, my wife, you know, she got me too, you know. That's why I make sure my pocket. I was not coming up here. My head was not looking because she would have called you herself like my wife ain't coming on here. Hey,
she would have been mad at you.
She would have been because I ain't trying to have. I ain't having no problem with her.
Yeah, first year said, Antoine, you're gonna have to reschedule because
And notice how I said she would, not me. She would have called. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's been like that for the last 10 some years. But anyway, Lacey, she's in a place where she has everything that she wants. But it's always somebody in your circle that wants more.
Ooh.
Her husband he feels like he just has to be this, you know, this macho man, you know. So he's doing things to hurt the family. But out of everybody in Lacey's clique, is one person that knew everything but wouldn't say nothing. So that makes me look at my circle like it's a lot of people that I used to have in my circle that's not there no more. I'm like, golly, what happened to such and such? Such and such. Like, dang, I remember when you used to call me like my landline, not no Facebook messages that we resorting to. Facebook messages that we used to come to my house and lay on my couch and, you know,
eat your food.
Not only that, my mother used to cook for you. You used to call my mother mom, but I couldn't even call your mother miss. You get what I'm saying? Like those kind of situations.
Right.
So now that's how Lacey is feeling because Lacey is like, what do? Do I cut off? Because you can't cut one without the other. That's just like impossible. So now Lacey is really figuring out like, is this really important for me to stay with my husband, or should I just go ahead and have my homies back me up, and just go through it like that? But throughout the book, you really got to realize how everybody time just changed in different situations when you don't even see it, but you have to react to it. So that's what Lacey's thinking is like, okay, my life is like this, but I have an image. You know, how am I going to portray that image? Like right about now, Lacey is just like done with everybody, but she can be because at the end of the day, she still has to hold her head up. So that's what pretty much don't never assume. So don't assume that everything is picture perfect just because they went to Life Touch and got a picture taken or something, you know, it's picture perfect, you know. Just because he went to Kiss and Jared or whatever, that's done. Sometimes they are hush-hush gifts, honey. Sometimes you got to take a hush-hush gift and shut up and keep it moving. Sometimes people don't understand the difference between a hush-hush gift and a I love you gift, but it's cool. We're going to get into that before I get off of here today. But it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah, we got some talking. So, Mom, where's my teeth? See, my mother, she ain't have my teeth.
Now the mama in trouble. So let me ask you this question. Who, I know you said you put yourself in, you know, you looked at yourself and the situations that you went through to really dive into this book. Who is this book for? Who's going to get something from this book?
Every woman who feel like they have to put on multiple hats and don't know which one to take off and which one to wear. And every guy out there who feel like they have to be this macho man when they don't have to be. Or when you have a friend, like, I really want to be your best friend. I don't want to get into it, but at the same time, I want to protect you. It's something for everybody.
Yeah.
It's something for everybody.
And also just to kind of, I want to go back to this comment that my man Exo put up. And to me, this is like the most truest statement in the world. Because I feel like, and Alina, you can relate because I'm about to mention the old name, Pastor William A. Gray III. He told us in this sermon one time that basically the greatest math problem in the world is sometimes you have to multiply. Sometimes you have to divide in order to be able to multiply.
Right.
And what he meant by that is exactly what EXO was saying right here. Sometimes you got to cut that dead weight. Like, it's very cliche. People, when they say that people are only in your life for a season, but it's very true. And sometimes we tend to want to hold on to that dead weight. Like,
that's me. That's me.
Conversation that I've had with my son before, because my son is the type of person that he's loyal to a fault. What I'm saying, he's loyal to a fault, and I know a lot of people that are loyal to a fault. Everybody that you love and everybody that you give love to doesn't always reciprocate it.
Right.
If it's a person that's not reciprocating that love, and they are basically keeping, I won't say keeping you from moving to the next level, but they don't want to see you grow because they're not growing.
Oh yeah.
At some point, you have to cut that fat. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to cut that fat. And
definitely,
people, I've noticed this over the years. People look at you differently, and you move on, and they don't understand why. They understand why. They look at you just the same, but when that person doesn't understand why, then it's he's all that. I don't think I'm all that. I think I'm the person that I've always been, but I can't remain stagnant. You know, God didn't just be at this level, you know, for our entire lives. We got to keep, and for good or for bad, and I'm gonna even put it like this: even if it's family members, even if it's family members, sometimes you have to cut them loose.
Yes.
And it's just the reality of life.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, no, you are saying it, because I think a lot of times that's something that you were saying, that, you know, sometimes it's time to cut the person off, and sometimes you cut the person off, but then you go back. And one of the things that I talk to my clients about, I said, an X is for a reason. You know, an X is for a reason. You going back, you're gonna get the same person. It might not be that for that second, but trust me, they're there.
You're gonna get them.
Neither one of y'all have grown or changed enough to come back. So it's so critical to understand that once it's broke or once it's parted, don't go back.
Don't go back. You are absolutely right.
Because you don't realize you lose more when you go back. See, you already lost the piece. And all of a sudden you lose pieces. So it's hard to get those pieces back.
We have a church in here tonight, y'all.
Losing that one piece in the puzzle, then you can't put it back together so easily, because the puzzle is all together. You lose one piece, all of a sudden
it's all over.
Yep, it's all over. So, you know, what you're saying is so critical. This DNA is for real. I love it.
It is.
I love it. And we all have experienced it.
Exactly.
Shout out.
So crazy.
Go ahead, Paul.
I'm also an actress, so I do my thing on the stage as well. And it's so funny because when I first started, and I'm going to shout her out anyway, but I'm going to say what I want to say because that's just me. Shout out to Danielle Butler. I remember Brian Lyrics knew her first. And he told me, he was like, the next year come out and audition. And me being who I am, you know, I'm going to kill you with the poetry all day. Kill it. But I've noted, and this is just me, it's not no shade. You know how I am, bro. You know how I talk. You know, I talk freely, but fair, you know. And it was crazy because the more I was doing her show, and it's like she would say things like, all right, well, we don't want you to do this, or you doing too much. Now, I never forget when she did part 2 of the play, Good Girls Never Tell Part 2, and I was the nosy waitress because that's my character. And I had to improv. That's my thing. I'm a do it. There's no such thing as a small role, just a small actress. And I look at it, when I step on that stage, I don't care who don't like it. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to give the best. I'm not going to shuttle down myself for nobody. So the first night, killed it. Everybody, oh my gosh, who is that? Da, 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 da. The next morning, I'm preparing myself, and I never forget this. I'm preparing myself to leave out the house, to make sure I'm there before everything. So she calls me, and she says, Patricia, I want to talk to you. First of all, don't call me Patricia when it's
Wow.
dealing with the stage. My name is Poetless. My name is Poetless. Now, you can catch me at the pharmacy.
Antoine, you better not say it.
What?
She was just saying it in her in talking.
What?
I
What happened?
for 7 years. She's always
You didn't know your name.
You ain't know my name? Good.
He
I mean,
didn't
that's
know
for
your
you, but
government.
that's for everybody else. That's for you, but I mean, because you're one of my closest. You're one of my closest, but for everybody else.
Now
But she
everybody that
would,
watches.
right. I don't care. But she used to do stuff. She used to do that on purpose. Like I used to kept telling her, please do not refer to me as Patricia when I'm in your production. Address me as Paul out of respect. Okay. Like that. So I said, I'm gonna show out. So she said, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Today when you do, your improv, can you just like tone it down because you was making a lot of other girls. I know it was you, but that's another point. You was making them. They couldn't catch their lines. First of all, you are an actress. You ain't gonna forget your lines, no matter who's up there. Like when I do my thing, you told me to improv. So,
Right.
honey, if you can't catch up with me, I'm not downsizing myself. You know who I am? No, I made your production. That's how I felt. Because when you can come to me, you can call me and tell me to shuttle. I'm only 4'4.5".
Yeah.
And for you to tell me to shorten myself, oh, you jealous. Or it's something. Oh, sis, we got to have some talk. We need to have some tea time. Oh, we need to sit down. So it went from there to like you just start doing like I'm not playing. And then it's like we had went for dress rehearsal. And one of the guys came up and they looked at her and they said, well, when her book come out, let me know. So she looked at me. This book is getting ready to drop tonight. Go to Amazon. Oh, it's dropping tonight. So, and it made me so bad because I really felt like that was my big sister. Like I learned so much from her. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So much. But it's like, you know what? Everything happened for a reason. But it's like whenever I would do like one of those productions, people would gravitate like I need her. So one year I didn't do it because she just didn't let me know about the audition, whatever. So I was in the Wiz. I was one of the little munchkins. Yeah, I wanted to be the munchkin. So before I'm letting you know now, if anybody come at my neck, when I went to the auditions and they asked me what role do you want, I said I want to be the lead munchkin. They looked at me. What? You heard what I said? You heard what I said. I want to be the main munchkin. And when I left out of that audition, what was I? The
You had
main
it.
munchkin. And it was so funny because when I came down for auditioning, and I mean, they had some big people in the audience too. So they said, what are you going to do? The Wizard of Oz? I said, I'm going to do the Wiz. The Wiz? Okay, you great. Get it all kind of black and color up in here. I acted a fool on that stage. And it was like, you don't mind? I'm 4'4". What I got to be embarrassed about? Nothing. Like, what I gotta be embarrassed about? I'm an actress, what I do. But I have known, like, I know now, like, when I'm somewhere too long, and when I'm somewhere, I know how people react. So now I know how to take people react. I'm like, it's not that you mad with me. It's not that you don't, support me. You just saying, get out my nest, go to somebody else's nest and make a mess over there. Because you just cleaned up, you messed up my mess. Go somewhere else and grow. So I'm not looking at anything that taking it. We now talk for 10 years. I'm still going to say thank you because I was in your production first.
Right.
But what I will say, I will not that hold that against me because when I move on, I'm going to do just that. It's not, you said no comeback. Oh, yeah, no, honey, that title goes, but you're still there. You see the difference? I took the title back, but I still kept you there. Now, what you can do, you can get on my nerves and you can leave too. So, it's a choice. Because at this point,
All right. Hold it. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop there because this. I feel like this is getting personal.
No, it's never personal. Never
I,
personal. This is the interview that everybody wants. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't ask me no question and expect me to lie about it. I gotta
I
tell the
already
truth.
know that. I know that.
It's the truth. And like I told everybody, don't do nothing to me that'll make me have to tell my ugly truth. If you know it's ugly, don't do it. But through my years, this is what makes me a writer. Because like I said, everything that I've been through, I write about. So this is my therapy. So really, I don't look at it. People do all kinds of stuff. Thank you. That's another book. Big up. That's another book. I don't get mad no more. I don't get upset. Like I said, it's just changing of the seasons.
Yeah.
So now I'm in spring and I'm feeling good over here. I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to be in Miami in the food. That's the kind of weather I have. Right.
And the fade is fresh.
Ain't it though? Ain't it?
All right, so look, I
Just
want
don't fly Southwest.
Right. And the whole heck no.
I think
Heck no. I did
okay
that
now.
once. I did that
I think
once.
Southwest is okay now. Don't do that to my boys. I think Southwest is okay now.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Not
it
yet.
happens. It happens.
First of
All
all,
right.
my legs couldn't even fit behind. You know, I'm little, so whenever time my legs can't fit in the little, I got a problem. I got a problem. I'm nothing comfortable, and I'm comfortable anywhere.
All right, stop. I want to get into these comments real quick. Shout out to she said anytime my legs can't fit.
Exactly. Southwest,
Yeah.
your days are numbered. Count your days.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to our sister, author Ebony Collins, who needs to make her way up on Access Granted at some point in 2023. And this was going back to when we were talking about needing to cut the dead weight and just getting people out. It says
Oh yeah, let's cut a whole lot of dead weight. Let's go. I got the sentence for. Let's cut the dead weight. Where we starting at? So I'm ready.
People get upset when someone's season is up, but ending a season doesn't always mean that they are a bad person. Correct.
It doesn't.
It means you held on too long. Seasons and reasons. You got to understand them, accept them, and live with and enjoy. Live with love and enjoy. And that's 100%. And a lot of people do take it personally, you know, and that's why I said those that know you and understand, they don't treat you differently. They don't look at you different. It's the other ones that do.
I look at it like this, and you're right. Everything has a season to grow, die. But when you have outside influences to determine when your season is over with that person, then yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem. So yeah, is it like a lot of influence that can cause the separation? But it's not like you said, it's never nothing personal. And everybody who knows me knows my door is always open. If you feel like you want to come back because it's something or whatever, bet that my door is open. I'm easy to talk to. But at the same time, don't expect, especially when I don't know what's wrong and you just cut me off, and then you expect me to be like cool with it. No, then the season is done. But as people, we have to learn like you can only hold but so much. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Meaning you only get like that 7 pounds of pressure is crucial when you really need it. And sometimes you don't have a lot of pounds to lift everybody up. So you try to keep the people. That's like with me. If somebody that I hold, like my brother, Antoine, if he would say, sis, I'm done with, I will be hurt because that's like one of the people that I hold really dear to. If it was anybody else, I'm like, oh, okay. But like the people that I hold dear, I get upset. Now I do get upset about that. Now if it's a problem, we beefing because I'm gonna fight for us regardless. I'm gonna give you your space, but when I feel like it's not, being reciprocated, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm not. It's no hard feelings. It's nothing personal. No nothing. I'm at the year of growth and abundance. That's where I'm at, and I'm learning that.
So I know you were saying that so the DNA is it going to be part of a series, or is this just a book entity all by itself and then the next book is going to be something else? Are we taking this character through something?
It's going to be a trilogy. So I have DNA. Well, don't never assume. Then I will have what's getting ready to come on in like a month. DNA the result. But I'm also have did in association because I don't want to say the word and get nobody in trouble. So read between the lines. But that's going to be about the main guy's story. Did in association. That's going to be for the main guy. And that'll be it for those three. So it just be those three for that. Then after that, I'm cutting that off. But then I'll be moving on to my next project.
Gotcha. Nice.
Poetless, you handled that response professionally.
Thank you. I try. I'm growing. I am growing.
You know what? And before we get back into the book, just to kind of take the whole, this is something that I've lived by pretty much my whole adult life. Otherwise, I probably would be dead from stress right now. association. Just to kind of piggyback on that need to cut dead weight, and after this, we'll get off this because we can talk about this all night. But I listened to a Dame Dash interview one day, and he kind of hit me with that from a different perspective. He said that his words were, "If you're the dopest person in your crew," meaning that the people that you have in your circle aren't in a position to help you. You know, if you're there, if you're here, and everybody else is here and kind of remaining here, and they're not in a position to get here at some point and then help you get there, you got to let that go as well. You really have.
True. Yeah. That is definitely true. I feel that. That is true.
Yeah. But everybody's not meant to go in the direction you're going.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing at all wrong with that. But I think a lot of people feel like, oh man, well, I need to take, my cousin's been there for years, or my sister girl, or my brother, or whatever, been there for years, and they're still there. They just can't be in the position to help you make your next step. They still sister, brother, cousin. I love you. We hang out when we go to reunions, sometimes go get a drink, whatever. It's just not taking you to your next.
I'm going to say something real quick and we can get off of it. When you're talking about if I'm the dopest and I'm not here, I'm a pharmacy technician, so I always got to do it. There's nobody in my crew is going to be watered down because I'm just dope and I'm going to get you there. So therefore, I'm that morphine that you need. Matter of fact, I'm that perk that's going to get you up. Whatever you need to get on my level, I'm not going to be there without you. No, we getting that together. Even if I have to, and it's sad because sometimes I watered myself down just so somebody else can be dope. You get what I'm saying? So when your crew, if we all, come on now, what Jay say? Come on now, years ago, Jay. If everybody in your crew is rugged, then you don't need nothing. Like, those 2 people on my team right now, they're on my star players, but we all shoot 3. Like, we all step on the court together. We don't never bump heads. Bump heads for what? Because we all dope in our own field. My other half, she's dope with the mixology. You think I'm going to touch that? No. The poetry, dope. EXO, dope. Freaking dope with the doing. We all dope. And when we come together, man, like I said, that's my boss, and we his Charlie Angels. Say something about it. That's who we are. When you see him, you see his angels. Point blank period. Everybody in my crew is dope. Everybody in my crew is dope. And even Brian, even though he don't support like that because, whatever, he's still dope. That's still my man for storytelling. Hands down. Let somebody come to me right now and say somebody got a story. You lying. My crew is dope, regardless. Tindy. My man Tindy will bar you for life. Everybody in my crew is dope in their own level. So when we come together, man, come on now. It's nothing. Everything is authentic over here. Nothing goes on my machine if it's not raw cut. That's from a pharmacy tech, language. But all my crew is legit, so I ain't worrying about nothing. I'm good. I'm always going to be dope.
My brother's listening in the background. He just said, I like her.
Huh?
I like her. Yo, and
thank
shout
you.
out.
I like you too.
Shout out to my man, Brian.
Oh,
That's my guy right there.
I tell you this, if I tell you I love you, I'm gonna love you to the day you die, regardless of me talking. Now that love ain't gonna go nowhere, cause I can't take my love back, cause that means it wasn't real in the beginning. My love don't have to elate. I'm only gonna love you this, and we don't talk and give it back. No, you got my love till you go 6 feet under. You still got it. Point blank, period. I'm still gonna love you because you meant something to me.
Poetless, if you really loved me, you would have posted the picture that we took in Walmart, and you never posted that picture. So
you know what? Cause no, that was my fault. Because working in the pharmacy with that, let me tell you how many things I had going on. After I left you, our shipment just came. Our perks wasn't there. Our Viagra's wasn't there. I was going through it that day, bro.
You had a lot, right? You ain't had time to.
That was my fault.
Once you say the Viagra's wasn't there, I understand. So we can move on.
Just don't. I'm not the fat that you need to cut. Don't cut me. I'm not fat. I'm like the protein that you need. The little bit of protein that'll get you a boost up. So don't cut me off.
The necessary protein.
Please. Right. The one they don't tell you about that you need to keep.
Right. That you need.
I got a whole poem right about the fight. I love myself. That's going to be a whole hot poem.
We got too much. So let's go to where, and like Alenia said, we know that you definitely can't give too much away. Yeah. But let's kind of get an understanding of where this next book picks up.
Exactly.
The result.
Right. Bro, did you read your book? Because I know you got a copy. I know you got
a copy. Yeah, I read it. I want to say twice, but it was like a time and a half. So, yeah.
You see, that was my fault because I waited too long. So, pretty much, I'm just going to say this. I don't know who everybody's favorite character is in book 1, but everybody think Lacey is me, but it's not. Book 2, somebody dies. Somebody has to die. I'm not going to say who. But at that point, that's when you really realize what's going to happen to you when you don't have this person, when you don't have that energy. And that's what this person have to deal with. The closest person on your team is gone. And you feel like it's your fault that they're gone, but you can't do nothing about them but try to revenge their death. What do? Do you revenge it or do you let God handle it? So I'm not going to tell who or what, but that person has to make a decision if they're going to live their life, just saying, you know what, that hurts, or they're going to do something about it. But so book 2 is more action. I think book 1, I just gave y'all like a long drawn out story of the characters. But book 2, everybody going to get shot up. Everybody did that. That's just my mentality. I'm sorry. Everybody's shooting. I'm gonna tell you now. If you ever, I'm being honest. If you ever get on my bad side, you're going to be a main character that I kill off in my book because I don't want to go to jail. So I just kill you off in my book. So piss me off.
That's
and you want to be the main character.
I
love it.
Yes, writing a book is therapeutic.
So if a male podcast host gets killed in the book, it's me, Alenia.
No. That's not you.
She loves you.
Right, I couldn't kill you.
I already know I'm not in it.
Right, bro. Never you, bro.
Man,
Never you, bro. Never you. But no, that's what book 2 is really bringing out everybody's secrets. Because you can't hide them forever. So everybody's secrets coming out, and everybody excuses on why they didn't tell, or I thought this would be better. Everything is coming out in book 2.
It sounds like it's going to have more layers to.
Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah,
it is.
That's like the perfect word. That's the perfect word. More layers.
I get chilled every time I write.
She got it. Turn to the side. Let me see that fade again. So, yo, I love you so much. You are too. She's like this. I've never seen Poetless not like this, with the exception of maybe once in all the time that I've known her. And when she's not like this, I know something's wrong. And we might need to pull up.
She said, "Yep."
We might need to pull up when she's like this.
Pull up.
So, are you going to pre-release your book? Or
I will.
Pre-orders, or just is it going to be, available on Amazon?
No, they're going to be everywhere because I want you to know me. I'll meet you. So I would have had the link, but everything got screwed up. So I will have the link in maybe a week or two. Antoine, you'll definitely have it. As soon as I get it, it'll be in your inbox or whatever first. And then we'll do it like that. I'm not going to do nothing without you having it first because it's only fair. Since I started here with you, I'm going to go ahead and finish the process with you. So as soon as I get the link, you can put it up and everything will be flowing just like that.
Nice. Now, does your books contain poetry? Your poetry?
It does. Every chapter has a poem, begins with a poem.
Nice.
So that way they know who I am. Just in case you forgot who I was and what I do. That's my thing right there. Poetry is my first love. Just in case you forgot who I am, because I didn't forget who I was.
Right. No, that's
but yeah, I wanted to because I had did some research and no one that I looked up or did have done a poem with a chapter. Not even Maya Angelou. And I looked.
Right.
And that was like my auntie right there when she passed.
Wasn't that her? Oh my goodness. Yes.
So
I understand.
A member from the studio audience, and there's only one person in the audience.
Yeah, somebody got questions. Everybody got questions. I got answers.
What did it say?
The studio audience has asked you to reveal your top 5 favorite poets.
My and like that I know, or just in general.
Dead or alive. That you know.
EJ the poet. EJ the poet. Shucks. Wait a minute, because too many people. Hold on, there's too many people. EJ the poet. Love the poet. That was my mentor. Darn it. Black Chakra. Y'all don't know that's my cousin through marriage, but that's my cousin.
Yo, Shock is. Oh my gosh, that dude is an alien. That dude is an alien.
Oh, my man John, my big bro John. That's my big bro. Oh, and of course, Freedom Writer, my bro. I would say Miss Fiend, but she's not a poet. So before she jumped in my inbox and start fussing with me, you said you are not a poet, so don't come for me, ma'am. You stay on the hip hop side. Calm your nerves. Thank you.
Black Chakra is a cheat code. He's unfair.
What? Have you ever been to any of you had to go to his classes? He used to do class nights to sit there. And he used to look at me, he was like, write something. Like, all right, he'd be like, you being lazy. I'll see you next week. Like, damn, people know when I'm lazy. I'm like, what about this is just me? It's not. You just came from Love the Poet. It's not. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
So what made you get into poetry?
Y'all want the real story or you want a professional story? Which one?
Oh, you already know.
You want the real?
That won't get us banned from.
Got you. So it started when I was in the 5th grade. I was real little, and people used to bully me. So instead of me crying about it, I used to fight a lot. So I was in my class, started 5th grade, and my teacher was like, "You gotta write something." So I wrote a poem about bullying or whatever. That stopped. 6th grade, I was about to get put out of school for fighting. I don't know if y'all remember Andre Bunley. They used to be at Green Spring Middle School. Then he went to Walbrook. He tried to run for mayor. But anyway, he came to me. He was like, look here, little stuff. I used to call him. He was like, you either going to get put out in the school that I'm going to send you. You're going to have to catch 4 buses to get to school and this and that. Then he was serious too. And I was like, dang, my mother. Oh, I'm going to get hurt. I said, what can I do? Because I can't go home and tell my mother I got put out of school.
Right.
He said, all right, be in an open mic. I said, what? He was like, being open mic. You like being seen? I said, okay. So I had to pick a poem. So I had did Phenomenal Woman. Mm-hmm. And it's like ever since then, I was like, I don't want to do nobody else's poem. Because I ain't understand what Phenomenal Woman means. Like, I'm not even a woman yet. I don't even like people. But anyway, I did it. And then when I got to high school, I was like, oh, okay. I see why I did that poem.
Right.
And I just been phenomenal ever since.
I know that's right.
But no, that really took me. Like, I'm glad it did. I'm glad I got like that because I would never know how talented I was as a writer.
Yeah.
I should have been a boxer. God would have been in the UFC. Oh well.
That's all right. We got you here today. Okay.
I would have been in the UFC. I would have been called Miss Primetime. That would have been my name. Primetime, Patty J, Primetime 410. That's gonna be my name, my UFC name. I'm telling you.
I know that's right. I did have another question because I didn't know, so I wanted you to kind of educate me, and I'm sure someone else may need the education. But on your, I was reading what Antoine sent me, and it said that you won the 2014 Rep Your Grind. So can you explain that to me? What and what that was all about? Because I don't know. I'm a Rep Your Grind. Thank you very much.
I was confused too. This was the first year that I actually came. I ain't know nobody. Nobody knew me. I went to Pennsylvania to go do some study and everything. Then when I came back, shout out to Jada Line, and she had hit me with never forget it was doing football season. It was football Sunday. And I'm mad because I'm a sports fanatic. Don't call me when the games is on, please. I don't care who's playing. Just don't. If you're not going to talk about highlights, just don't. But anyway, she was like, congratulations. All right, my pocket poet. That's what Miss Dana called me. Shout out to Miss Dana. So I'm like, what the heck? So first they had Patricia Johnson. I'm like, that's not me. So I know they can't be me. So Miss Dina had was like, girl, you better get out there. I'm like, and I call her Mommy D. I said, Mommy D, that's not me. She's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we gonna rep you. I'm like, okay. So when I had reached out to the lady, to find out what it was, she's like, oh yeah, that's you. That's when I had changed my name officially.
Shout out Vanetta Chapman.
Yeah, definitely. But it was so crazy because the first year I didn't know how many people really knew who I was. So I'm sitting there and I was like, I'm not going to work. And I was doing a list with some hitters like Love the Poet, Black Chakra. Who else was on there? Slangston Hughes was on there. I was like, I'm not winning. I'm looking, they the first three.
Right.
I'm like, it's good to be noticed, So I sat there. Next thing they said, Poetless Shakespeare. I was like, oh, and everybody was loud and so loud. I'm like, I don't even know y'all know me. Everybody was hugging me. Hold up, don't touch me. Hold up, back up. I was still doing 6 feet. Like, hold up, I'm little. Y'all scare me. Too many talking about.
And this is before COVID. This is before the pandemic.
Right. Like, back up, please. Give me some space. Cause oh my God, I'm like, I didn't even know these people knew who I was. It had to come from the poem football. I'm like, how did you even hear that? I'm like, okay, that's what you want to remember me by. That's why I started doing freestyle. Like, you're not just going to keep associating me with a daggone poem. I've grown from that. It's poem like 10 years old. Leave me alone. Bury it already. I'm gonna do a remix though.
But here's the thing though, sis, and this is why I love the Rep Your Grind Awards, and I wish that she would bring it back. And this is no slight or no shade to any of the other award shows around here. Because we have a lot of local award shows, but the thing that I loved about the Rep Your Grind Awards was they actually have a committee of people that watch your work, that watch your online presence. That's how you get your initial nomination. It's not you going to their website and nominating yourself, which anybody and their mother can do. Because when Vanetta hit me up, she was like, I've seen the work that you're doing with Baltimore Flavor Radio. I see your online presence, and you've been nominated. Now you go through the process of putting it out there to get people to vote, which I still don't like because it becomes a popularity contest at the end of the day, but it is what it is. But I love the fact that initial process was her actually having people that's watching. You know what I mean? That's so for me.
It's the same old people.
Same old people. And so for me, that was a win in itself because I'm like, yo, somebody's watching you and you have no idea.
Exactly.
The mantra that I've kind of accepted ever since then because you never know who's watching. And I think I won Radio Show of the Year for Baltimore Flavor Radio in like 2015, which was my first full year. And so that was a great honor, and it's actually the only award that I won, and I'm fine with that. But
me too, and I'm cool with that too.
I just love the fact that it comes out of somebody actually watching and appreciating the work that you're doing, and not just you going to a website, with 40 other nominees, and it's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, it's to no other, award show, but it's almost like that. When you if you're in the NBA and you get selected to our team, it's cool when you're popular, when you're LeBron James and you got 8 million.
Exactly.
But sometimes you want to be that person that gets in when your peers and your coaches vote you in. So you know what I mean? Instead of always just getting in because there's a lot of popular people that have made the All-Star game and they were injured the whole first half of the season.
Exactly. Oh my.
So. And I ain't gonna get into no names because my brother's here. Get into this conversation.
There's a whole lot of plastic men that be going to the field. You know that song called Plastic Man? I call them Plastic Man. There's the Plastic Man. That's all I'm saying. There's some plastic men out there. I'm like, come on, y'all again? Didn't even get hit. All right, sit down. Here we go. Round them up.
So. After this book drops, and you haven't given us a date yet, and I don't know if you want to, feel free to do so if you want. You said you'll have the link next week.
Right. So as soon as I give you the link, I'll give you the date because I don't want to, I don't want to have a date and everybody be waiting, and that look bad on my part. So as soon as I get the link, I'll make sure.
So
If
so
that's
once-
fair.
so once that, once the book kind of runs its course, again, you and I have talked, and we definitely want to do some work. But I want you to talk the plans that you want to of stuff that you want to put together for 2023, because I think this can be a freaking amazing year for you if you pull off all the stuff that you've talked to me about. And I'm sure that there's some stuff that you haven't talked to me about as well.
Oh,
So.
and we great talk about it. We great talk about it. So after I drop DNA, the results, I'm coming out with Cupid understood the assignment. Now, it's not what you think. I look at it, you know that old saying, if you can't join them, beat them. So everybody is talk about sex and this and that. So me, it's like, I'm like a Josephine Baker when it comes down to talking about love. Like I'm in that mode, like the 60 kind of love. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of love that I feel. So with Cupid understood the same. It's 4 short stories, so it's not really long. But Cupid is going through the different stages of love that nobody recognized Cupid, first of all. Cupid has a whole relationship that he's not even worrying about because people that's ignorant. I want love this, so Cupid got to do this. Not thanking him like, I got engaged because of you. I've been married for 45 years because of you. That whole time, Cupid then lost his wife, but we don't care. We're not worrying about that. We don't care. So in this book, in these stories, he's going to show how like you really misinterpret the word love sometimes. You really want love, but yet you still have lust behaviors. And I'm not doing that. It's just
Ooh.
not happening.
Woo!
It's just not happening.
That's all on right there. Message.
So it's going to be different books, or is it going to be like an anthology of short stories?
No, it's going. Yeah, it was little short stories. It's not going to be that long. So the first story is going to be, and I'm about to really, really show love to my kings because I've been reading stories. It's like y'all get bashed so much for nothing just because it's easy to do. It's easy to do. So I dedicated 2 stories where it's good dudes that's out here really doing what they supposed to do. Is one story where not give too much, but he's taking care of a whole family that's not even his.
Right.
And that he's getting treated like crap, but we don't talk about the kings like that. And I'm making my business whenever I'm out. So I say, "Hey, King, I love you, King." They look at me like, "Cause you don't hear, society's not going to tell you, I love you, King. Be good, King."
Mm-hmm.
So if God open up the door, like if females, let me tell y'all something right now. If a guy open up the door for you, he don't want you. Be nice, sis. Say thank you and go and take your funky self in the door. Just say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my, because that makes me so mad when a guy open up the door and they feel like they just obligated. No, sis, say thank you. Matter of fact, why don't you hold the door for him sometimes? Because like I said, when I find my king, I'm going to spoil. I'm going to go take him out on dates. Yes, I am. I'm going to rub his feet. I'm going to do all that because that's what my king deserves. And see, the reason why, like I'm saying, I'm not going outside my race. I don't care how many black men do me wrong. It's always that one out there that's getting ready to scoop me up and treat me right. So I'm holding on. So I cannot let go of my brothers. I can't.
Right.
I can't. But that's just how I am. It's just like when I write, I have to write from that perspective. I have to big up my men. I have to, because I can't say I love you, but in my stories, I'm basically like, hold up, this not love. It's not love at all. So that's what I really want to base it. Like men hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They really hurt, and we don't never take the time to say what's wrong with you.
Right.
How you feeling. Like, tell me about your mental. I don't want to know about your day. Tell me about your mental. Let's start there. Let's talk about your mental.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what basically women don't do that. So and Cupid understood the assignment. That's what I really want to put forth on the front. Like men love hard. Like black men really will love the heck out of a woman if you really, really take time to nurture him the right way. Yeah. My gosh, the love is just like astounding. Nobody can love you like a black man can. I don't care what nobody say. Don't care what nobody say. But that's what I'm going to do. But Cupid understood the assignment. The next one, this is all about me and my record relationship. It's called Tongue Confession. So I'm going to lay out on the floor and I'm going to let y'all pick apart about everything I've been. I'm going to get in details about my relationship. Don't care because it's my story. And from there, it's like, that's going to be the first book. After that, it's called Dealerships and Relationships. That's strictly for the women. So a lot of women view dudes by cars. So if you got a BMW, I want that. If you got a Mustang, oh yeah, I gotta get that. But what's under his hood? How is his heart? That's what I'm talking about. Like, we don't never look under the guy's heart. Like, he could be really heartbroken. He could be a mama's boy. He could be really clingy. We don't know because we ain't living up the hood. The outside look good. I'm gonna ride that till the wheels fall off. I even put gas in if needed. I ain't gonna help maintain it though. After it's done, I'm done.
Right.
So that's for the females. So for the guys, that book is called Tailored for the Position. How will you dress? What do you want? If you walk into me and your pants hanging down, one thing I'm thinking about is a good time. That's all you want from me. You're not dressed for anything else. So when you come with your mind right and your attitude up, and you be like, hey, sis, it's all about, I can tell if I'm going to continue a conversation with a guy, not just by the way he say hello. And people look at me like I'm crazy, but when you get, I'll be 40 in September, and my light is already on. You ain't going to just come to tell me in your hey, like, no. First of all, I'm too old to be walking over to anybody's car. I ain't got time to be stopped. I got too much I ain't got time. No, I'm not.
Right.
The things I used to do when I was 20 in bro, you be lucky if you even make a list of me to look at. No, bro. No, bro. I can't.
I understand.
Can't. I will sit home with all of my ink pens and talk to my ink pens and have them write me whatever I want them to write. I ain't got time. And that's part of me learning. So, like I told Antoine, I really want to hear the guys, point of view. Like, we females never, what do you look for in a wife? You get what I'm saying? Like, we never ask the guy, what do you look for in a couple? Because automatically we think just because he look at me and he want my number, I'm what he want. No, sis, you're not.
Right.
You're not. But that's another story,
You know how many phone numbers I've had in my life that was just like,
Exactly. See, I just made my point, right? I just made my point. And a lot of females, and I tell everybody, the ugly duckling will get your husband before you would even get a prince. Point blank, period. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
But they are my 3 go-tos. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to hit y'all with my church book. Not
right.
Like this. When church women talk, I gotta take the church. When church women talk, check your title at the door, sis. That's the title. That's the name of the title. So that means usher, stop trying to be deaconess. First lady, stop trying to, be with the committees that you're not a part of. Just be the first lady and be quiet sometimes.
Yeah.
Usher just usher people on. Ain't nobody asked you to count the money. You're not a deaconess. What are you doing? You're not a part of the trustees, sis. You're not a trustee, sis. What are you doing? Hold up, deacon. You up there preaching the word, deaconess. You're not a preacher, honey. That's the thing.
Stop trying to sleep with the pastor. Put it out there.
Oh, that's in the book.
Pastor.
Oh, wait. I'm going to let y'all, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to say this with love, my Christian friends. I'm so happy that I do not have to ask for your acceptance, because Christians will be the first one to tell you you're wrong and to put you down. Thank God I don't have to worry about y'all, because God got me, but I'm doing this book. And it's talking about what I go through when I come to the church. I have a poem called I Hate This Church. I got put out of the church before. I don't care because I'm going to tell the truth. If I don't feel like I belong, or you don't make me feel like I belong, then I'm going to talk to Jesus. Not that the corner that he's in your church, but I guess I'll find him somewhere. I don't know. But, that's what I'm focusing on.
We love on you. We love on you. We love on you. And it's close to you. Come on, holla.
Oh, she's close to BLF?
Yeah, she's out that way.
Gotcha.
But no, there's the 3 books.
You sing every Sunday, so come on, holla.
Exactly. I told I was too. What they say? I have too much mouth and not enough praise. I said my praise is my. What are you talking about? Okay, I don't understand what y'all saying, and I want y'all to stop giving me. Yeah, right after they put me out, I had came in. I was asked to perform like I did. I'm like, okay, but when I got on the parking lot, bro, I said I was not accepted at all. I asked one of the ushers to roll the eyes at me. Go do. Then the pastor was in my DM. How about he wanted to take me to lunch? I hate that church, and I got put out. I sure did. I did my poem, and the lady looked at me and she said, "You know what? You would never be accepted." She said you would never be an acceptance of God's love. I said, well, I'm already hit the game because God hung with killers, stealers, liars, boosters, everything else. I'm
Thieves.
already ahead of the game.
Yep.
He ain't hanging with
Thieves.
y'all. That's why I keep telling everybody. I'm like, when it comes time for forgiveness, and it's where I struggle at, and I really do. Like, I'm a spiritual person, and it's like if I come to somebody for understand, don't give me just the middle part of the scripture. Please give me the beginning, the middle, and the end. Don't give me the middle, then look at me like, all right, go ahead now, live a good life. I'm still confused. I'm still the sinner that's holding on to all of her sins, waiting for God to drop that bucket for me to release them. But yet the devil is still telling me to stay steady. I know the Lord is coming some way, somehow, but I'm going to keep staying steady. You see, sometimes it's best to talk to the devil because the devil can always make you see what you're doing something stupid. It's not always God. Everybody keep putting all their troubles on the devil. The devil's not always a good person because think about the devil stuff you from doing a lot of bad stuff. Think about this a couple of times where the devil like, I wouldn't even do that. But you got to hear, and a lot of Christians don't want to do that. I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it don't be Jesus that help you. Sometimes it be the devil because your sins can provoke you from doing them. You just got to watch. Now let a Christian tell you that. Tell a pastor to preach you that. Pastor Johnson, Pastor Poetless, Shakespeare, whatever one you want. I'm in to get my donations and come on. I got a building fund. We're going to build this building, people. Yes, we are in the kingdom of God. We're going to build this building.
She got a building.
Hey, yo. Hey, Poetless.
What? What I do?
You open a church, I'm going to come holler at you.
You dead serious?
You start a church.
You know what I really want? I want a pastor to open up their pulpit, and I have a sermon that I want to do. I'm just waiting for that brave soul to let me come in before they put me up. I know I'm going to get put out.
Before they put you out.
Oh, I know.
I already know.
I already know. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? The pastor will put you out of God's church and God will tell the pastor to let him child stay. Ain't that something? Who church is it really? Let me write that down. That's going to be a next sermon. Who church is it really?
If you're speaking the
Jesus.
If you're speaking the truth and you have some biblical reference to back up everything that you're saying, I think a real.
I do. That's why. No, I'm dead serious. With when church women talk, check your title at the door. Says that's what I'm doing. Like I'm really, really like going through the Bible. Like this is going to be so on point. I think I might have to go ahead and just start praising now. I'm telling you, that's why it's taking so long for me to do. This is not going to be a quick fix. This is not a quick fix. This is not a microwavable love affair. Oh, you want to get all this bacon? This is going to be like 6 months to.
She said the bacon.
The Pastor Poetless Church of Evangelical Ephesian Episcopalian.
And I'm gonna let y'all tall folks know I might have to bend down to my church because my church is going to be built for the little people. So you make your own adjustments. Same way I have to make my adjustments when I come in your building. Y'all gonna have to make the adjustments coming to my building. Yes, you are. You're gonna have to bend down a little bit. Your knees might get squished up in the cruise a little bit, but now y'all gonna have to see what I go through. They're going right.
When Pastor Gray was preaching, he had his podium was for him. So that's what
I'm gonna do.
Yep. So when pastors would come and visit, they had to preach behind his,
And I stood at that pulpit a couple of times, and it was about waist high.
Yeah. So I mean.
Oh, I know you ain't never gonna see me if I stand behind it. You ain't seeing me.
She'd be like, yeah.
Yep. Oh, you gonna hear me though. And I'm gonna tell you might not can't see me, but when I start speaking, you gonna hear me. I don't care where I'm at in that building. You're gonna hear me.
That's all that matters is we hear you. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh, you never gonna hear me. I got a big mouth for a reason. You gonna hear? You gonna get these balls?
She said you gonna.
They ready to eat for everybody.
So that's a full year for you though, sis. That's
I know. I know. I'm whatever else comes on to it. Anything
and then
else.
There was a speed dating situation.
That goes in with dealerships and relationships and telling for the position. So when I present the book, it's going to be that speed dating. But remember how I told you, I'm going to combine all of my favorite like dating gangs into it, but I'm going to make it my own. So that way you're going to know more about the person, just the name. And because in 5 minutes, like I went to one of the speed dating. It's really boring, really. So you sit at the person like, okay, what we gonna talk about? All right, my 5 seconds is up, 5 minutes is up, whatever. But at this one, it's going to be actual questions there, like where do you see yourself in the next 2 days? Forget a couple of months. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 days? Questions like that, because a lot of people we get so hooked on to what they look like, and we don't care nothing else. And I fell victim to that. And then when you really have the conversation with the person that you with, like we have nothing in common. I can't even compromise with that. No. So that's what everything's gonna tie it in together. See?
That's
So I'm
interesting.
working over here. I'm working over here. I'm working over
That's
here. I'm working.
interesting.
Oh, and I'm letting everybody know I got everything already copywritten. So if anybody tried to do one of my events, because somebody already tried to do it, but I already had it copywritten. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay me because I'm suing. I'm just letting you know I'm petty.
And
I'm
she's had
petty.
it for
P-E.
a while now. Alenia,
Right.
she's been talking about this master plan since like the summer. So
Exactly.
I love
And I
it.
have,
she's had
and
this.
I am paper. I have paperwork. I have receipts. I'm
Good for
legit.
you. Good for
My
you.
name is legit. Like you try to use my name right now, you're gonna pay for it. Like everything is legit. If I'm not making money off of it, I don't want it.
Good for
But
you.
yeah, everything is legit. Everything is legit.
So this
So
is a
y'all
question.
gonna get something. I'm about to make reading cool again. I'm gonna try to anyway.
Nice.
This is a question that I've always wanted to ask you, and this is like a few minutes for you to talk your stuff before we get out of here.
All right,
What
cool. What's up?
what sets you aside from other poets?
Because I'm more so of the get to know you type. I was taught when I was first started this. Love the Poet taught me. How can you speak to the people you can't? How can you speak for the people you can't speak to the people? So right off the gate, I'm gonna let you know this is what to expect. I'm not. I'm not gonna say I went through this unless I tell you my pain first. So everything that I've been through, I'm gonna give it to you. So that way, at the end of the day, somebody say, you know what, I've been through that. I know, sis. You just don't want to talk about it. I do it for you. But it started with me. I had to be unapologetic of my flaws, you know. And it's like the best way when I'm on stage, I'm posed. I can tell you anything, everything because I'm comfortable. But once I'm Patricia, you ain't get nothing out of me. Don't back up, back up, back up. I think that's what separates me from all other poets because like I'm so compact of so much stuff, and it's hard for anybody to unpack me. So I'm like a little suitcase that's always in the corner somewhere, and I'm ready to just burst open. And most poets that I know that I'm really cool with, they come out the gate. Me, I'm settled. I don't use no mic. That's another thing that sets me apart. Cause I haven't seen one poet yet that doesn't use a mic. Besides, I started that no mic zone. And the reason why I started it because people act like they didn't want to hear me. So I'm like, you're gonna respect me. You wanna hear me. Look down and listen to me. So I started the no mic zone.
I know
So
that's right.
let me ask you
I
this.
know what.
Let me ask you this. Because I know that you said that you actually went to a class that Black Chakra was teaching, correct? So if you were to ever step into that teaching role, what would be kind of your advice or your lessons that you would give to people that are aspiring or people that are already writing? Like, what would be your lessons and advice that you would give them?
Be honest. Be you. Anything you put on paper will stay with you no matter what.
Yep.
No matter what. Don't let that footprint be the mold that people don't want to step in. You know what I'm saying? Like own your truth. And I feel like as a writer, that's pretty much nothing that you can't write about that nobody won't, accept. You can write about any and everything. Somebody is going to accept it. But you have to be honest in yourself to know what it is that you want to put out there. So that's what I would tell anybody. Before you pick up a pen, be honest with yourself. Your heart is not in it, your soul not. Don't pick the pen up. Don't do it. Let it go. Just let it go. It start with honor, and you have to be loyal to it. It's pain behind this. Everybody can't be no poet or no writer. Oh, it gets deep. It hurts because what poetry does, it steps you outside of yourself. You have to look at yourself like, yo, I'm hurt. But who you gonna tell? Bump it. I just tell the stage. Somebody gonna listen to me. So it's just like that's what you have to do. I would tell everybody be loyal and be honest. After that, the world is yours. The stage is yours. But in order to do that, you have to have those two things. You have to. Point blank, period.
I think my fellow writer on the screen agrees with everything that you just said.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have said a lot.
I know.
You have said a lot, but I think that you are very transparent
Hmm.
in your talent.
I try to be.
And when you are that transparent, it's not for everyone. It's not for
Mm-mm.
everyone, but yet
Mm-mm.
it's for everyone. It's so you're either going to accept it or you're
Or
not.
you not.
And you're saying you have gone through things that other women, other people, other period can relate to. But it's whether or
Hmm.
not someone wants to accept that, hey,
Exactly.
it's relatable. And that's where I'm at with it. And I do understand. And when you are loyal to it,
Hmm. You
loyal,
have to be.
you know, if you get that one,
Yep.
you feel so good. It's like
Just
that
that
one
one.
got it. They understand it, they feel it, they know it, they can talk about it. They
Yep.
and when they express um anything about what you have put on paper, whether it's
Hmm.
a poem, whether it's your books, that's your win. That
Yep.
is your
All the
win.
time.
I do understand that, and I do appreciate, you know, how transparent you are, because your transparency is relevant for this day and age. And
Hmm.
women, you know, we might not want to tell the truth, because some of us are trying to, oh, well, that was in the past, but you don't realize how sometimes if you don't heal, you don't grow,
Phew.
you can't move, everything just seems to stop. And I love where you're going with all of your series, your trilogies, how your mind is bringing it all together. And because it's all encompassing, and it's like
Hmm.
you get a taste of one, you're ready for the next, and it sounds like you
Yep.
get ready for the next and get
Oh,
ready. And I think you're trying to build a movement.
because I'm a wanted woman, and when you're a
Yes,
wanted woman, you have to. Oh, I'm
yes,
so guarded. I'm guarded. There's
yes,
nothing right now in my way that can make me say I'm not prepared for this.
yeah.
And to be honest, I would prefer to fall. I love to fall. Like whenever I'm having a bad moment, I feel like my failures have been the best.
Mm-hmm.
Forget my winnings. I don't care. I will fail any day of the week because every time I fail, I come back stronger than what I was. So I make myself fall on purpose. I'm like, I'm feeling weak right now. Let me just do something. But
Mm-hmm.
the way I'm at right now is like everything is going to get out of me. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care if it's not your time and it's my time. I
Yeah.
just don't care. But y'all gonna get this work. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Boom.
Y'all gonna
Point
get this
blank.
work.
Period.
And
So
I'm doing overtime.
I have another question from the studio audience. They want to know, how do you feel about the modern day poetry? Do you feel like it's growing?
I feel how I feel about it is when you have a large audience like that, that's bound to happen. But it's the way that they articulate it. To
Mm-hmm.
me, it can work because everything can't stay the same. Like I hate change, but I know some things need to change because of the generation. Now, the
Uh-huh.
one thing that I can say with that type of poetry now, I've seen a lot of teenagers grab to it and they're able to talk about their healing. It's one I cannot think his name, but I follow him. He's what 18. He just talk about his life, but he used poetry and he used the modern day. But it's so dope the way. So I'm looking at like every generation have their spill. So maybe this is their thing. Like same thing with hip hop. They have the mumble rap, and everything has their. So I think everything is tied. I mean, I'm not totally on board with it, but I see, like some of the good things from it. So it's cool. Nothing that I'm not afraid to learn about because it might be, really cool. So I'll keep my mind open to it until I see something like, all right, y'all doing too much craziness for me. I'm going back to 1970 something. That's where I'm safe. And I wasn't even born in the 70s, but that's where I'm going at, just to feel safe.
I understand.
Everybody have their own thing. Mm-hmm.
That's the way that I am with hip hop, so I definitely understand.
And you see, like, I mean, I can't, and the reason why I can't really ban it because, I mean, who am I to say that that's not their way of getting out? That's their art, no matter how we look at it. And who am I to say, oh, you can't express yourself? Somebody might feel the same way about I don't want to hear no poetry, this and that, but that's the way I express myself. So for me to tear down somebody else's, their thing without me at least knowing what it is, that's so many people there. Oh, I don't want that. Like you don't even know nothing about it. Oh, it's fun. I don't want. No, I would at least want to be educated about it to have my own view. Like I don't want it because I learned from it, not because 15 people on Facebook said something about it. I want my own view. Right. So that's how I am. But I gotta learn about it before I can just jump off the gate and just, that's all I can. Everybody need a way to express themselves.
That's why I like you. That's why I rocks with you, Poetless.
I mean, I can't. Cause I look at it's been a couple of times where I've been in shows and people be rapping. I'm like, keep it up. Same way I know it's been a couple of times when I first started where I know, like the first time I got booed, it was cool to me. I didn't care. I'm like, okay, it was like, like you in the ring, you get hit. Oh, I gotta, jab next time, all right, bob and weave. That's all that is. But for me to sit there and to tear somebody down, I can't do that. Yeah. I can't do that. That's just not in my character. That's what you like the mumble rap. My daughter, she listens to that stuff. So how I compromise, I might find one song that I might know 4 words to. I like the beat, and then I'm like, okay, Jayla. Okay. Then when my nephews come over, I gotta, all right, we're compromising. When I start putting on Biggie, they looking at me, all right, you don't want to listen to Biggie, but we're going to have to listen to 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. I'm like, okay, my head hurts. Can we,
You have a niece and a nephew that you better give some love to before we get off the air, too. I just want you to.
Hold on, I can't see no comments. What niece and nephew was on there? I can't see no comments.
Your wife's kids.
Oh, my babies! Oh, she can't take me down to child support. Child support because and she got a whole lot of stuff that she get ready to fuss with me about. But I love her though. I'm waiting for it. Antoine, don't let me. Antoine, don't hang up because as soon as you hang up, she gonna call me. I'm scared. Don't hang up.
I'm not getting in the middle of none of it. Both of y'all.
Are you pouting? Are you pouting over there?
Yeah, I'm pouting. Y'all just don't understand what I got to deal with, but I'm about to go through after this phone call.
But what you're about to go through is all in love, so.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess.
She been inboxing me during this show, so yeah, you.
I know I've been seeing.
But it's not all you. Understand that it's not all you. So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, some good stuff as well. This has been a pleasure as always, man. I love you, yo.
As always.
It was very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting. I hope this is not our last time meeting.
Absolutely
you're really
not.
cool.
Absolutely.
You're like the cool aunt that I like to come over because you'll give me something my mother wants, so you're like my cool aunt now. You're the one I can go to when I want to get. Look, you're the one when I want to get in trouble. I'm like, she gonna let me stop. I'm gonna go in here with my auntie real quick.
Exo said, you know you're in trouble. Look, Exo said, you know you're in trouble.
I'm always in trouble.
I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. We might be able to get Alenia to come down out of the mountains, for one of these events that you got coming up in 2023. It's a long way down from the mountaintops, though.
It is. But hey, if I know in advance, and the husband like, come on, love, we down there.
Let's go.
Hey, yo. Exo said you're the good church, you're the church aunt that has the good candy.
The candy, yes, she is.
I'll have that.
And so I already got all the candy. So don't even come over here because I already got all the candy. I said what you messed up your spot. So why you have to let everybody know that? And someone talk to you later. Because certain things we gotta keep low, and you just let that everybody gonna be up on out on Humble where the candy is. No.
I think he was referring.
Talk.
I think he was referring to Alenia though. I think that's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't let nobody know she got the good candy. You know how hard it is to find a church auntie with good candy that'll give it to you? Hard. So when you get that plug, shut up.
Nah, see, the key to church is to just get in good with the woman that runs the kitchen, and you're good.
I'm already they my favorite aunties. They my favorite aunties.
The candy,
I be bringing them little. Yeah, true.
The candy
I get them little big braids and all that. Exactly.
Multitude of people, but if you ain't good with that person that runs you're gonna eat good. You're gonna get all of the desserts before they come out. You're gonna be straight. So, hey, sis,
you ain't never lied.
It's always.
As always.
Yeah.
Always fun chopping up with you, man. Before we get out of here, let everybody know how they can follow the movement and where they can find the link once you go ahead and drop that link.
It'll be on my page. Authoress, Poetless, Shakespeare. And I'm gonna tell everybody, yes, I know it's authoress. I'm not a man. And I feel like I don't want to be like everybody else being an author. I want to be an authoress because I'm still a female, even though I got the dope cut, But I like to be addressed as authoress. A lot of women don't, but I do. I'm not an author. I'm an authoress. So that's my little point. But you can find me on Authoress Poetless Shakespeare on Facebook. I'm getting my new website back up and running. We had a little malfunction with that. But you will be able to get both books off of my website as well as Amazon. Or if not, you can just hit me up because I'm going to start doing pop-ups once the weather is really nice. So I may be in a parking lot near you.
She might be at a tipsy. She might be at a loser,
Hey, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
Shout out to my brother Mo Hammond.
Oh, he stayed with us, yay!
Y'all gotta, let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't follow me on Facebook, go follow this brother on Facebook. This dude on a daily basis posts 2 or 3 pictures that he's taken with freaking every celebrity that you want to meet in the world, as far as music.
Wow.
He owns a company called Mohammed Media.
Mm.
This guy's everywhere with everybody. He had a picture with Yo-Yo recently. I wanted to just jump through the picture and just hug Yo-Yo. I've been asking Mo to come up on the show. I'm gonna get him up here one of these days, but go follow that man on social media, bro. He has, and I'm talking all genres of music. I'm talking hip hop. I'm talking R&B. I'm talking country. I'm talking rock.
I love country.
I'm talking folk. I'm talking music that ain't even out yet. They ain't even started the genre. And this guy has pictures with him, man. Very, very dope brother. I've known Mo probably for about 40 years now. Very, very dope brother, man. Good dude. Thanks. And he always tunes in, man. So thanks a lot to you, bro. Appreciate you. But yeah, sis, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has.
It's definitely been a pleasure. Looking forward to the
as
book.
As always.
My copy will be signed. Don't hate.
Of course.
Everybody.
Of course.
Yeah, we're gonna get together and we're gonna do this work and everything.
Yeah, I was about to say, please give me some work to do because I'm ready to get it out there.
Well, I mean,
I'm ready.
My part of the work is contingent on your part of the work, so we just got.
All right.
And have some more meetings and some more planning sessions, but at the end of the day, I got you regardless. So
of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Love you, sis. Appreciate you much.
Love you more. Thank you for having me starting the year off. Thank you.
Yes. First, yes.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it.
Yes, got my maracas
The love is real. The love is real.
Give it up for my
I
sister.
definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
Off the wrist. Off
Yes.
the wrist.
Off the
Call me
wrist.
Shakespeare. Do not call her Patricia because she will punch you.
Please don't. Thank you. I will jump up. Jump up. Let that be known. Jump up and punch you.
Well, nah, I was about to insert a short joke right there, but I'm gonna let that slide. So I love you, sis.
You can.
No, I wouldn't even do that. Too much love. Too much love for you. All 4'4" of her spunkiness.
Yes, that was good.
Yeah, great way to start off the new year.
Yes.
And I'm definitely looking forward because she said something about people getting killed, and now if you didn't read the first book, it kind of had me wondering who's going to be the person that gets killed off. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, amazing way to start the year, man. Even though she wasn't supposed to be on until next week, but next week's guest is the guest that was supposed to be tonight. We will have the legendary, and I don't use that word lightly. I don't give it to everybody, but in this city, in the world of radio, and especially gospel radio, this dude is an absolute legend. Lee Michaels from Heaven 600 will be in the building next week, and I've been trying to get this man on some show. I don't care what. I could have just made up the name of a show and got him on the same day. I've been trying to chop it up with this man for a couple of years, and we have finally made it happen. So I'm definitely
very good.
Next week, I will be in a fan mode. Alenia, you can just ask all of the questions. I'm just going to sit back and absorb the knowledge that's about to hit us next week. I'm looking forward to it. And we actually are fully booked through the month of February already.
Wow.
I'm excited about January, but I'm even more excited about February. February, we have Baltimore's own R&B sensation, Paula Campbell. She's going to be in the building. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with her. The first thing I'm going to ask you, why you leave Baltimore, move to Atlanta? Why? No, I wouldn't do that. But no, actually, I am going to ask her that, though. That's going to be one of the questions. But, she's been a fixture, in R&B music for years, and she's from here. And a lot of people didn't even know she was from here. So I'm definitely
from Baltimore, right?
Got my man Casper Bernstein coming in the building. We got my girl Kim Seabrook from New Jersey coming in. You're going to be off that week, celebrating the anniversary and all that.
Yes, with my husband.
Anniversary and all that stuff. But yeah, definitely. And acapellas and acoustics will be back very soon. It will be back very soon. I just haven't felt like doing any segments. And like I said, when we were off and we shut down, we shut it down. So I shut it down. Yeah. Haven't pre-recorded anything, but we'll be coming back in the very near future, man. Thanks to everybody that tuned in today. Shout out to my man Exoskeleton. Shout out to my sister Tipsy Fiend. Yeah. You, Lania, thank you for coming back. She renewed her contract in 2023. Now, if we can just get Lamar Jackson, never mind. That's enough. Shout out to the Ravens. We are in the playoffs.
Yes.
Got to go back to Cincinnati this week.
Lamar Jackson. Y'all keep our Ravens in prayer.
There was a very good source from ESPN that said Lamar Jackson is going to play Sunday. So we're going to see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes.
But with that being said, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys next Monday. For those who care, Georgia's beating TCU 17-3 right now. So you can go ahead and switch over to the game now. You guys, we love you. We are out.
All right. Deuces.
I was about to say the same thing. Deuces. So, see you, sis. Dope show. She's always cool. I thought that's what I said.